there's silence beneath all of this, right? Beneath the churning thoughts, beneath all of these flickering feelings, beneath the subtle sense of being someone, there's a silence, a stillness, and it has no name, no shape, no color, no boundary. It doesn't say I am. It doesn't say anything at all, but its presence. And it is. Before anything else, it exists. So most these people, seekers or individuals looking in these modalities, these spiritual modalities, they stop at the threshold of identity, the sense of I am. And I understand it. It's luminous. It's this luminous threshold. And for those who've been caught in identities, man, woman, teacher, parent, spiritualist, sinner, savior, all of these things, to come to this space of I am is profound. It's the dawning of presence. It's this soft awakening from the sleep of conditioning, right? The ego, it thins out. Time begins to dissolve here. These are experiences that we all have when we get to this space of I am. It's a gentle joy. It's just found in being, just in being. But this I am, it's not the final truth. We shouldn't stop here. It's just, this I am is like, we could say, it's the last cloud in the sky before the sky finally clears. I like that. So it's still a movement. It's a vibration, a subtle self-awareness, like a flame that knows it's burning. But what is the witness of even that flame? Who is aware of this sense I am? So this is the question that turns the key. When we trace the I am back to its source, not intellectually, but existentially, we find nothing. Not an emptiness of lack, but an emptiness of fullness. I know that sounds contradictory. It's not a void, but a wholeness that is, it's beyond conception. It's like pure space. It can't be thought, touched, or held, or spoken. It can't be painted. We can't paint space, right? It can't be known in any of the usual ways. But it's the very substratum of knowing. It's what allows the knowing to be. So before I am, you are. And this you is not a person. It is not an individual. It's not even this soul in the usual sense. It's that which gives rise to all sense of ourself, all seeming existence. And some call it the supreme self. Others call it consciousness beyond qualification. Some call it Brahman. And others just remain silent because no word can contain it. So, you see, the moment we grasp at the I am, it becomes a subtle possession, a state to maintain, a candle to protect from the winds of life. But the deeper realization is this: Even the I am arises within something more vast, something unmoving, something unchanging, unborn, unending. And this is kind of a final freedom here. It's not a mystical state. It's not a trance. It's not an experience. It's the cessation of experience. Not a dead void, but a living silence in which all phenomena dance and dissolve into. So this is the truth that sages in all times have hinted toward, each in their own language, right? But we, in our clinging, our fear, our attachments to identity, keep holding on to some version of the self, even the pure self, the I am. It's still a doorway. It's not the destination. If you watch very closely, the sense I am has a beginning and an end. It arises in the morning when you wake up. It disappears in a deep sleep. But something remains even in deep sleep. You don't cease to exist in deep sleep, but the I am does. So what is that? And this isn't a riddle, it's a pointer, a very precise one. Because if you can touch that which is present in deep sleep, before the body is known, before the senses are activated, before the mind begins all of these narratives, okay, then you've touched the infinite, the self before self. This is the capital self before the small self, the unmoved mover, the source. I think it's important to understand that this can't be reached through striving. It's not gained, it's revealed through letting go. So the entire process of inner maturity, whether we approach it through devotion, inner stillness, discrimination, discernment, or even through selfless service, it leads here, not to a new identity, but to the falling away of all identity. All identity falls away. This is why meditation isn't about gaining something. It's not about achieving bliss or stopping the mind or witnessing phenomena. It's about dissolving into that which was never born. It's about surrendering to the unknown, not out of despair, but out of total clarity, out of the recognition that what you truly are can't be held, it can't be known, can't be separated from anything. You are that which all arises within. And it's not a metaphor. This is not a metaphor. All forms, your thoughts, your name, your traumas, your hopes, your desires, your dreams, your goals, all of it arises in you. But the you I'm speaking of is not, it's not personal. It's not bound. It's not this man or that woman or this race or that story. It's the infinite appearing in finite form, forgetting itself for the joy of remembering. And what is spiritual practice? Like truly, if it's not a dance of remembering. I recently saw somebody discussing about forgetting and how the joy of forgetting. And this is a similar thing. This is similar. So the forgetting, the joy of forgetting here is forgetting the self, the small self, the ego creation identity, not suppressing, not regressing anything, and forgetting in the sense which we're remembering who we truly are. And it's similar to that. So some people begin with mantra, repeating these sacred syllables, and this helps harmonize the mind. Others begin with this kind of discernment. Not this, not that, neti, 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 not this, not that, not this. Until all that's false just falls away. And we're all going to move through this at different pace once we start. Some will be quick, some will take a long time, and that doesn't matter. It's the joy of being involved with it. And it's a love so total that it consumes the separate self entirely. Some begin in pain, though, and are forced to confront that which cannot be removed, right? But regardless of method, the end is the same here. The return. Return home. Ram Dass says we're all, just walking each other home. And this is what he means here, I believe, is this sense of home, is this space that we are all in, not within the mind, right? The mind is a tool for the self to be expressed through, but the self before the mind, that's home. So this is a return in recognition. We come home, not to a place, right, but to being without shape, without form, without quality. And some people say, what about my duties, my families, my purpose? I say, fulfill them fully. Definitely fulfill them. From the clarity that you are not the doer. Act from stillness, love from silence, speak from emptiness. This is what I call neutrality. These are these attributes which are in neutrality. Love in silence, speak from emptiness, right? We let the wave rise and fall without clinging to it as yourself. And I think this is a deeper sense of what we could call spirituality. Not to become better, right? We're not becoming better. It's not to gain something. It's not to become more loving or to become more awakened, right? Those are more illusions. But it's to vanish entirely into what has always been. And you'll say, is this practical? How do I live from this? And I say, you already are living from it. You just don't recognize it yet because you're caught in these transient and tumultuous waves within the mind. And even your seeking, your struggles, and all your confusions, all of it is happening within that infinite being that you are. There is no other place it could happen. Just as waves cannot exist apart from the ocean, right? There's not a wave randomly somewhere. It's part of the ocean, or water, or lake, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you, as a form, as a function, as a personality, cannot exist apart from the self. And so it's the only illusion here is that you are separate. So when that illusion dissolves, not through belief, but through direct seeing, what remains is this indescribable peace. We can call it Ananda, bliss, and it's a peace. Peace that doesn't resist pain or chase pleasure. It's just peace that it just is. It's a peace that it's your truest nature. And it's not to be found because it's already there. It's just to be recognized. It's already there. You have everything already. All of the peace, all of the love, all of the service, all of the ability. It's already there. That is you. It just needs to be recognized or uncovered. There is just what is, and that is enough. So sit in the fire, sit in the silence, sit in the mess of your life, not as a person trying to fix it, but as the unchanging awareness within which it all unfolds. Something incredible will happen. You just let it move. You let compassion move. Let responsibility move. Let speech arise. And don't forget, you are not the voice. You are not the speaker. You are the silence that allows the voice to be heard. You are the stillness behind the world. You are beyond the I am. And from there is only freedom. That's all that's there.